There were lots of your listeners who wanted us to thank other volunteers who kept things going this year. When we asked for nominations, we had so many for various scout leaders, cubs, beavers and guides, brownies, rainbows and so on and so on and so on. We couldn't thank them all, but we thought the next best thing was to speak to the head of the Scouts, Matt Hyde, who's the chief executive of the Scouts in the UK. And he joins me now. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
So it's been and I know this because my daughter goes to Guides and she's been, obviously all was well in January and February, and then it all stopped during that lockdown. But the message that kept coming through again and again from the messages we had from people was the extraordinary lengths that Cub, Scout, Brownie, Rainbow, Guide leaders had gone to try and do something, whether it was just checking in with the children or, doing things online and adapting constantly, try to keep that sense of community together.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's an incredible organisation, both scouting and guiding, and it's only made possible because of the incredible volunteers we have in both movements. And you're absolutely right. When we went straight into lockdown in scouting, we launched something called the Great Indoors, which was 150 activities that people could do at home, families could do at home, both scouts and non-scouts. And incredibly, 500,000 families downloaded those activities and did them at home. And I think it really helped particularly when the kids weren't at school. But after that, scout leaders, guide leaders then kept the show on the road and delivered scouting via Zoom.
What would you say to anyone who has been volunteering with the Scout movement this year?
Oh, gosh. Well, I mean, a huge, huge thank you. And, you represent the very best of British society. I mean, you are right in terms of capturing the impact of those adult volunteers on young people's lives. I actually went out for a run in the midst of the first lockdown, and I was stopped by a stranger who knew I was the bloke from the Scouts and said, I've just got to stop you. I've just got to stop you and just tell you that, just to say thank you for everything that the Scout movement's doing at the moment, because it's the one time of the week when my son actually laughs, and because he was connecting with his friends. And, so, I mean, to all of you out there who've been giving your time, who've been, as we've been going back into face-to-face meetings, doing all those risk assessments and all the prep work that people don't see, it's a heck of a lot of time that goes behind ensuring that young people have these incredible experiences. And it's so appreciated by all of us, but particularly by the young people. This has been such a tough time for young people. 2/3 of our members have told us that their mental health and well-being has got worse during the pandemic, and yet we know it's scouting and guiding that can contribute towards improving your mental health and your well-being.
Now, I know the demand for places in Scout and Guide groups is always outstrips supply, largely because, it is just a massive voluntary effort. So what would you say to people who may be looking for a new challenge in 2021 about the idea of coming forward and volunteering?
Firstly, it's enormous fun. It is great fun. You do get into... One thing it reminds me of is it's a bit like when you don't want to go to the gym and you always feel better after you've been to the gym. There are some days you can come from a really rough day and then you go and volunteer at scouting or guiding, and you have this huge sense of positivity and sense of achievement when you've done it. And it's proven to improve your mental health. It can make you happier, and as well as that, you'll learn loads of skills that you can apply in other parts of your life, whether that be in the workplace or anything else. So, just that sense of achievement, the difference you make to young people's lives, but also the difference it can make to your own life is quite remarkable. So would really encourage you to go to scouts.org.uk if you're interested in volunteering and signing up. And we definitely need more volunteers to unlock more of those places and ensure that those young people who are currently missing out can actually develop those skills for life.
Well, Matt Hyde, Chief Executive of the Scouts. Yeah, I think if anyone's looking for a New Year's resolution, that's a good one to put on the list. Really good to speak to you, Matt Hyde there. And on behalf of all parents, a massive, massive thank you to everyone who did volunteer through 2020 and tried to keep, whether it's guiding or scouting, keep those meetings in contact going, because I know the children really appreciated it as well. Happy Christmas, Matt.
Happy Christmas to you, Matt.
You're listening to Matt